So we're also not going to do pranayama today. We're just going to take a few diaphragmatic breaths before, and we will not be doing the Kapalbhati or Anulom Vilom. You guys can do it, however, on your own at the end of the class after Shavasana. It's also a great way to finish up the class, if not going into meditation, to actually doing the pranayama. And you can maybe feel a difference. There's always a difference between doing pranayama before the class and then after the class, after your body is looser and maybe the thoracic cage has expanded and you have more space. So please do try it and let me know how it goes. And we're going to lay down in a very short Shavasana just to get started, just to clear the breath, clear the mind, laying on our back with the legs slightly apart and the hands by the sides of the body, turning the palms up. I'm also going to turn on the light. It's kind of gray today. And here we begin to focus on the breath. Start taking natural diaphragmatic breaths in through the nose and out through the nose as well. Relaxing the belly. So with the inhale, we allow the stomach to come out. No tension. No need to suck it in. And with every exhale, the navel falls towards the spine. It's very gentle breaths. We're not exerting force or trying to control it. Take a moment to observe the quality of your breath today. Is it deep or a little shallower? Is it slower or faster? And together with the quality of the breath, we can observe any reflections of it in the body. Are we holding tension, or is the body relaxed? And take a moment, like we always do, to leave any worries, concerns, anything that's going on in your life outside of this room. Anything that came before, and also anything that will come after this class, it's not relevant to the present moment. Let's bring the legs together, raise the arms above the head, give yourself a nice stretch. Exhale, release, roll to the right side on your mat. And whenever we are ready, with the left hand pressing on the ground, come to an all fours position. So we're not gonna sit down today. We're going directly into all fours. Hands are right underneath the shoulders and knees are right underneath the hip bones. So the knees are slightly apart. Make sure that they're not together. And we spread the fingers wide apart, frog hands. And gently through the hands, press down on the mat and lift the navel towards the spine, finding a neutral spine. And now you may want to try the difference by kind of drop the belly in and allow the shoulders to come up. Kind of drop it. Now push the mat strongly away, protracting the shoulders. We're not really curling, but we're protracting the shoulders. And now keeping that position, keeping that push, rotate the shoulders back and the shoulder blades down towards your waist. So it's a strong neutral spine. From here, keep that form. Let's curl the toes. And we will lift the hips up into downward facing dog. So keep the spine as it is. Imagine that you're only moving the legs. We are simply lifting the legs. The form in the spine doesn't change. And we sink the chest, beautiful, between the shoulder blades. The heels don't need to touch the mat. It's okay to keep the knees bent. Let's prioritize the form in the spine. See if you can rotate the upper arm in an external rotation. So your arms are not really moving. It's an isometric movement, almost as if you were visualizing your upper arms rotating externally away from your ears. And breathe here for a moment. And if we feel like we might enjoy it, let's begin to bicycle the legs one at a time. And maybe sway the hips from side to side. Begin to find some movement in the body. Relax the neck. Come back to center, bend the knees and bring your belly to touch your thighs. And again, keeping the spine long, pushing through the hip bones. Lift the hips, drop the heels as close as they go to the mat. If they don't touch, it's okay. If the knees are slightly bent, it's okay as well. Look at your hands. And let's walk towards them, to the top of the mat. And once you're there, roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. And I think we're ready for a couple of rounds of the sun salutation. Your feet should be either together or parallel to each other underneath your hips, whichever feels best for you right now. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. And maybe lift the shoulders towards the ears. Roll them back and then drop them again away from the ears. Shoulder blades gently draw towards each other and down towards your waist. And keep the navel in, rib cage in. Breathe here. And connecting with your breath. Remember, one movement, one breath. We inhale, reach up through the arms, maybe arch slightly. And as we exhale, fold forward all the way, spine straight as long as we can, hands next to the feet. Inhale, right leg back, knee on the mat, look in front of you, and most importantly, smile. Step back, plank. We hold the breath here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down, elbows close to the body. Inhale, open the heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands, left knee on the mat. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, pray. Inhale, arms up and arch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back, knee on the mat, look in front of you. Hold the breath, plank. Push the mat away here. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Project the heart forward. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward between the hands. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Hold plank. Knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Hold plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Prayer. And take a moment here to catch the breath again. Notice the feelings in your body. Notice the heartbeat. Any changes in the breath. Maybe the body feels warmer, a little looser. And we will take a Hatha approach to our practice today. So without the vinyasas, we will move directly into the poses. So here we will step our right foot back, about a leg distance behind you. And you want to have the alignment of heel to heel. So the heel of the front foot to the heel of the back foot. Or if this is a little tricky, you can always move the front foot a little bit to the left. It's completely okay. And the back toes face the top corner of the mat. They're diagonal. Now the back leg may want to pull your hips and open them to the side. Keep squaring the hips to the front side of the mat and pushing through the back foot. With that position, let's bend just the front knee. So the hips face forward. The back foot wants to open the hips, but we use it to push back and reposition the pelvis, facing forward. And let's lift the arms up above the head. Warrior one. The palms of the hands may face each other, or if it's comfortable for you, you can touch the palms of the hands and look at them. Make sure that you're not dumping too much on the lower back, so maybe tuck the tailbone ever so slightly and bring the rib cage in, and maybe readjust that front knee. Breathe. And on your next inhale, let's extend that front leg and lower the arms to shoulder height. From here, we will move into Trikonasana, triangle pose. If you need to shorten the stance, you can do that. Inhale here, and as we exhale, extend forward through the left hand as much as we can. So we're not folding forward or back. Imagine you're in a very narrow space between two walls. We're sliding sideways as much as we can, and then we bring the left hand on the left leg or the floor if it reaches. Take a moment here to gently again push the hips forward. The stretch will come on the right side of the body and extend the right arm up. If it doesn't bother your neck, look up at your right hand. Breathe. Let's lower now both hands to the sides of the left foot. You may want to reposition the back foot again. And your pelvis, your hips face the front of the mat. If placing the hands on the mat is too much, you can place them on the left leg. Or if you have blocks or thick books or any other prop, cushions, you can place them by the sides of the left leg and just use that to gain some height, your choice. We're going to inhale and elongate the spine here. So pulling through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, keeping the spine long, gently fold forward onto that left leg as much as we can. Hands on the leg, on your props, or on the mat, and breathe. It's a very intense stretch on the hamstrings, the calf of that left leg. Focus on becoming long. Look at your left toe. So imagine we want to go give a little kiss to that left toe that always carries us around. And through the left hip, we keep pulling back, creating movement, tension in two opposite directions. The left hip pulls back, the crown of the head pulls forward. And inhale, come onto the tips of your fingers and bring your right hand on your waist. Left hand slightly ahead of you, and we'll transition into a balance. Bend the left knee. When we're ready, let's lift the right leg up. I'm going to step back a little bit so I'm still in frame. When you're ready, right leg up. The right foot can be either flexed or pointing, but keep it active. Whichever choice you make, keep the right foot active. And if this is easy and comfortable, you can begin to open the hips, that right leg to the side. Balance. Use the breath and look at something that doesn't move to keep you in place. And if you like, you can extend the right arm up and even shift your gaze and look up. And then slowly and with control, let's come down, bring the feet together, and slowly roll all the way up. Tuck the tailbone in, ribcage in, hands in prayer. And once again, take a moment to connect. We'll prepare now for the other side. So let's step the left leg back. Alignment, heel to heel. The hips face the front side of the mat. And we bend the front knee about 90 degrees. So once you bend the knee, you can adjust the distance between the feet to make sure it's working for you. Keep pushing through the left foot to the edge of the left foot. You may want to lift, keep the foot grounded. Raise the arms up. Warrior one. Hands, palms either face each other or they can touch. Tuck the rib cage in and grow tall. And as we inhale, extend the front knee, lower the arms, shoulder high. From here, we'll move into triangle. So if you need to shorten the stance a little bit, you can do that. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, extend through the right arm to the side, as if you wanted to go grab something that is very far away. Go, go, go. Lower the right hand on the leg or the mat. Take a moment to do any subtle adjustments. Maybe gently push the hips forward. Keep pulling through the crown of the head. Raise the left arm up. And if comfortable, look at the left hand. If it bothers your neck, you can continue to look in front of you. Just keep the neck in line with the spine so the head doesn't drop. And lower both hands next to the right foot. Make any necessary adjustments with your legs. And inhale, elongate the spine. Hands on the mat or on the right leg. Or using your props if you're using props. Elongate here. With the right hip, we pull back. With the crown of the head, we pull forward. And if it's available, we fold forward, looking at the right toe. We want to go kiss that right toe. Remember, there's no need to force ourselves down. It's about finding your stretch and keeping it active. So no need to push through it. Just breathe wherever we are at. And maybe draw the shoulders slightly away from the ears. Try to keep the collarbone wide. Coming onto the fingertips or with the hands on the leg first, let's bring our left hand on the waist. Let me reposition myself. And the right hand on the mat in front of us. Bend the right leg. When we are ready, gently lift the left. The foot can point or flex. Just keep it active. Find your balance. And if you're comfortable here, we can begin to open the pelvis to the side. Again, find your balance. Maybe lift the left arm up to the ceiling and maybe even look up. And slowly coming out, bringing the hand down and the left foot next to the right. And from here, let's take a moment to come to our knees. Sit all the way down on our heels. Lower the forehead on the mat. And breathe in child's pose, Balasana. Pressing on the hands, come onto all fours first. And then let's lay down on our belly. And we will prepare for cobra pose. We will do two variations. We will do a baby cobra first. And then we will go maybe a little higher depending on what's available to us today. So let's keep the feet about hip to shoulder width apart, whichever feels best. If your lower back hurts, if you feel any pinching, maybe you can separate the feet a little wider. And maybe scoop up the ribs. Scoop your ribs up, become long here. And bring the hands next to your chest on the mat and lower the forehead. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and the elbows close to the body. And on your inhale, Activate the legs, the glutes, press against the mat with your pelvis. Lift the head, lift your chest, becoming long, and now lift the hands. Lift the hands, John. Use the back. So we avoid the shoulders from coming up. Keep the shoulders rotating back and the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Breathe. And slowly lower all the way down. We take a couple of breaths here. And on the next inhale, we can lift a little higher, keeping the hands on the mat. So actually, Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Lift the chest off the mat. Keep lifting as much as we can, projecting the chest forward, opening the heart, shoulders away from the ears, rotating back, elbows close to the body, and a big smile on your faces. And slowly release down. Rest here for a moment. And pressing on your hands, we'll come to all fours. And then bring the right knee close to the right hand. So right knee close to the right hand. The right shin opens slightly to the side. It doesn't have to be parallel to the front end of the mat, so don't worry about that. And walk back through the left leg. If we can sit all the way down, that's fine. If we cannot sit, we can add a cushion or a block or something under the right hip. Take an inhale here. And exhale, fold onto that front leg. You can come on your forearms. Or if you feel like laying down all the way, you can also do that. So wherever you are, enjoy that stretch. Breathe. On your next inhale, slowly coming up. Open the heart here for a moment. Hands by the sides of that front leg. And pressing through the hands, rotate the shoulders back. Almost again as if you wanted to push your heart forward. Beautiful. And then we'll twist to the left, bend the left knee, and see if we can catch that left foot. And once we have that left foot, bring it closer to us. Give the foot a hug and try to keep the hips square. Did you guys get a belt, strap, something? You have something long available around you? Yes? If you have a belt or a strap or something like that, you can now you can stay where you were, or you can take your belt, strap, something, and loop it around the ball of your foot. Then hold with your hand. Nice. You have that, John? Yes? Now see if you can rotate the shoulder. Yes? Maybe you need it slightly longer. Maybe make it a little bit longer if possible. Yes, Gabby. Rotate it. And see if we can rotate the shoulder. If it's too close and we don't have the space, we can make it just a little longer. Now firm your hips down on the mat. The pelvis is square, facing the front of the mat. And with the foot, kind of gently pull back on the strap so you feel an opening on the shoulder. And release. We'll keep working on this, guys, don't worry. We'll keep going. Beautiful, Gabby. So eventually, this way we start to walk our hands towards the foot. We'll do it over a period of time, don't worry. It's not gonna happen today. Let's step back onto all fours and change the side. Left knee to the left hand, walking back through the right leg. Find your pigeon. Take a moment to inhale here. And exhale, folding all the way. Stay on the forearms or drop the forehead to the mat and extend the arms overhead, your choice. And slowly walk the hands back to the sides of that left leg. And once again, pressing on the hands, rotate the shoulders back and lift your heart, project it forward. Beautiful open hearts. Let's rotate to the right. Bend that right leg. See if we can catch the right foot and bring it closer to us. You may notice a difference from one side to the other. And now if you're using a strap, a belt, you can try the rotation of the shoulder. So we will loop our belt strap, towel around the foot and find a distance that works for us. You don't have to hold very close to the foot. You can find a distance that works for you today and see if you can rotate the shoulder. Well, no, beautiful, John. One side may be different than the other. And gently pull away with the foot if you can to feel some opening in the shoulder. There's no need to grab our toes today. We're just getting a feel of the pose. And let's release. Place both hands on the mat. And let's take one downward facing dog just to release the spine. Curl the right toes and step back, downward facing dog. If you need to bicycle the legs or sway the hips from side to side, do that. Feel free to do what feels good for your body to release. Let's drop the knees down and come to lay on our back. Legs are extended in front of us. And we bring the right knee to the chest. And with the hands, take the shin and bring that knee as close as we can to us. Give the knee a hug, relax the shoulders. And from here, maybe release the right arm to the side And with the left hand on the outside of the right thigh, let's guide that right leg in a twist towards the left. Just a gentle twist. The knee doesn't need to touch the mat. It's okay to to leave it floating a little bit. We're just looking for, again, a gentle twist. And coming back to center. We'll change legs. Bring the left knee to the chest. Give that left knee a hug. And relax the shoulders and the neck. Maybe extend the left arm to the side, and with the right hand on the outside of the left leg, gently guide that leg into a twist. Come back to center. Give one last hug to both knees. Maybe lift the forehead if you like. And let's release into our final Shavasana. If you have any tension left anywhere in the body, you can address that now. Or just find your Shavasana, make any necessary adjustments. And let's stay here for a couple of minutes. Once again, observing the body, observing the breath, allowing yourself to fall into a deep state of relaxation. And slowly begin to bring awareness back inside your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring the feet together. Raise the arms above your head. Interlace the fingers and give yourself a nice good morning stretch. And exhale, release. Roll to the right side on your mat. And slowly prop yourself up into a seated position. Legs are crossed, spine straight, hands on your knees or Chin Mudra, your choice. Let's take a couple breaths here. Chanting Om, inhale. And slowly open your eyes, hands to heart. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you had a good practice. Again, if you feel like doing some pranayama, now is a great moment to do some more diaphragmatic breaths, deep yogic breaths, Kapalbhati on your own. I hope you'll have a great evening.